Back this week with another video. Thinking about what to make a video on, and I just thought I'd make it on something that I've struggled with lately and I'm just kind of getting over, and it's this whole concept of time management. So when you first become an entrepreneur, it's hard because you don't have anyone telling you what to do or when to do it. Everything is on your own time. So I struggled with getting up in the morning, like at a specific time. I struggled with how many hours I worked a day, when I worked. Like some days I would be working at like 11 or 12 at night, and then some days I'd be working in the morning, you know what I mean? It was kind of whenever I felt like it. So I came across this concept of time blocking. So it's these blocks of time that are just deep, focused work, and they're scheduled. So now I schedule 2 work blocks a day, one right in the morning when I get up. So usually I'm up at like 6, 7, and my first work block starts at 8. And it's a 3-hour work block. Try not to go on my phone, anything. Sometimes I have to because I'm doing influencer marketing, so it requires me to go on Instagram. But for the most part, I try to not connect with anyone or talk to anybody. It's just 3 hours of deep focused work. Then I can take a couple hours off, do whatever I want to, go to the gym, eat lunch, and then I come back and I have another 2 to 3 hour work block, and then that's usually my day. If I have a really busy day, it's gonna require like 8 to 10 hours of work. Then I throw in a couple more work blocks and maybe don't go to the gym that early and go to the gym later, so it adjusts. But the whole concept here is just to schedule out your work. So just decide when you want these undisturbed time blocks to be in your schedule, and put them in your schedule and be consistent with doing it every single day. So every single day, no matter what, 8 to 11, I'm working, and then go to the gym, whatever, and then by 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I'm working again. So those are 2 unobstructed time blocks, not negotiable at all. Like I'm not going to be like, no, I'm not gonna work. I act as if I'm a manager and I'm an employee. So when I miss those time blocks, it's like I'm missing a day of work. So I kind of get mad at myself as if I'm a manager. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be at work right now. Same with at the times they happen at. Like if I'm not at the computer sitting down by 8 a.m. working, then it's like I'm late to work. So I treat it as if I'm clocking in for a job, even though I'm not. I do that because it helps me stay consistent. So one huge thing with time management is the work blocks. So schedule these work blocks. The second thing is what I just talked about very loosely. Act as if you have a manager that you have to answer to, and that manager is yourself. You're holding yourself accountable to be working when you're supposed to be working. Because as freelancers, entrepreneurs, contractors, you make your own schedule. Nobody is telling you what to do, when to do it. I mean, sometimes you have projects that are due at a certain date, but no one's telling you when to work on it. You go work on it the last 3 hours and get it done. Just try to hold yourself accountable as much as you possibly can. Those work blocks are my work blocks, and they're very deep focused work. And realistically, like if you think about it, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day of deep focused work, like actually working, is a hell of a lot better than going to a 9 to 5, working 8 hours, where maybe you get 2 hours of work done and the other 6 is just spent killing time. If you actually take the time to work for 6 hours a day in a deep, focused state, you can do so much more than you probably think you can. So just be very intentional with your time and when you're working. So pretty much the basis of this video and the gist of this video, I just want you to get that you should be scheduling your time into these blocks where they're unobstructed, nobody is bothering you, your phone's away, put it in a vault. It doesn't have to be put in a vault, but just like put it in a different room, and just get some really deep focused work done. Play the role of the manager and the employee in your head, and just hold yourself accountable for when you're supposed to be working those time blocks, and everything should go fine. One more thing I just kind of want to touch on here is when you're not working, don't think about work. Like I struggle with that so much, where I was just in work mode 24/7. Like I'd wake up thinking about work, go to bed thinking about work. Now the way my schedule is blocked out in those time blocks, when I'm not working, I try not to think about it at all. Like I don't want to think about my clients. I don't want to think about any of the work I have to do. It is completely unobstructed time, as if it was a work block, but it's a non-work block. So I'm watching movies, I'm cooking, I'm going on a run, working out, it doesn't matter what the hell I'm doing. I don't go on runs. I don't know why I said that. But I'm just doing something that's not work related, and I'm not thinking about work. I hope this was able to add some value to someone out there that maybe was struggling with the same thing that I was struggling with, this whole time management thing. Once you get this whole concept down and implement it into your schedule, it's a lot easier and maybe less confusing than it sounds. Yeah, thanks for watching.